right here on this stage in the Grand Rapids Public Library, we had a chance to watch The Meeting, two actors portraying Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. We had a chance to catch up and talk to both of them. Here we are on the stage, the Grand Rapids Public Library, the scene for the tidbit of The Meeting. I have the stellar actors with me. Introduce yourself. Who was your character?
I'm Darius Colquitt, and I had the pleasure of playing Malcolm X.
And I'm Micah Hazel. I had the honor of playing Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Yes, and you just shared the last, 20 minutes or so of The Meeting. Give me the full synopsis. What do we see in full form?
Well, let's see. The full synopsis of The Meeting is it's basically a theoretical meeting between Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, something that never happened, which we wish had. It gives you the ideologies of both of these gentlemen. It gives you the ability to see them as human, something that we never get because they're these huge figures. Also, it allows you to just take a small glimpse into the view of the history of where Malcolm X is and where he's going at this moment.
Add to that?
And yes, it really just kind of lets you see the things that they have in common, because we get so much of their opposing ideologies in what we're taught. But even in just the snippet you saw, there's the common ground that they're both fathers, they both have families, and that's something that like I know that they have had families, but you just don't think of it because you think of them as these larger than life figures.
Exactly.
But they were men who loved their kids and loved their wives, and yeah, they went through a lot of the things that we go through as well. I think one of my favorite lines from the part we did was, Malcolm asks if people will remember them only as men, and Martin replies, no, and we can't afford to let them know that that's all we are.
What's it like deep down here to portray this man?
Oh man, it's awakening in many ways. A lot of people are very much aware, of Dr. Martin Luther King, of his journey, the tragic assassination that happened, and we see a lot of his speeches. But because of the position that Malcolm X was in within the Nation of Islam, you don't get to see as much of his life or of his struggle as you've seen of the King. So for me, it's personal. It's personal. It feels enriching to be able to give this man a chance to tell his story. No matter how tragic or how triumphant it may have been in moments.
How is this related to Loving Day?
Loving Day, well, I am a mixed race man myself, so the whole loving case is something very near and dear to my history, because anyone who comes from a multiracial relationship, that was a very, very, very big step, because it was just flat out illegal to marry someone that wasn't the same race as you. And so that was a big victory. And I think a lot of that, Loving Day, or the case was, maybe 4 years after, around the time these events would happen. It was 67, if I'm correct.
Yeah, around the time.
But even though that was not that much difference in time, it's such a huge jump. As we go from people not even being able to sit in the same restaurants together, and now they're entering into one of the biggest life decisions together. And I just think that's beautiful. I think that it's definitely kind of like paved the way for the future that these two men were both fighting for in their different ways.
Thank you very much. The Meeting, how do we find out more information? I trust this will be available for our viewing next gig?
Absolutely. Hopefully there'll be a full production of it coming very soon. You can get any information you need about The Meeting at our website, www.ebonyroad.org.
Thank you. Nice job.
Thank you.